Hi guys, welcome chosen ones. Today I went to the gym and it was really crazy because it was like I had a battle. A battle with what? A battle with my own self, my own old frequency. And it was so crazy because I went to do my regular routine, like lift those weights that I know I could lift. But then it felt like it was strange. I couldn't even do it anymore. So I decided that today I'm gonna teach you guys about the creepy old frequency. I call it creepy because it's really creepy. It's creepy old frequency. So just in case you're new to this channel, this is Reality with Tonio and I am Tonio, and today I'll be teaching you guys on a topic called your creepy old frequency. So like I said, this is Reality with Tonio. And our topic for today would be, like I said, your creepy old frequency. Your creepy old frequency. Back then in secondary school, there was this song we used to sing, and it goes this way. Things I don't want to do, but I find myself doing them. Things I don't want to do, but I find myself doing them. So, in order for us to understand this topic, your creepy old frequency, I would like us to start with the definition of what is the old frequency. What is the old frequency? The old frequency. So I would like to define the old frequency as a version of yourself. This is a version of yourself that was created as a result of your old habits, old beliefs, old identity, and old vibrations. So this is how I would like to define your old frequency. It is a version of yourself, that's you, that was created as a result of your old habits, old beliefs, old identity, and old vibrations. Now, it is this simple because whenever you do a particular thing over a particular period of time, you sustain it, you maintain it, you have a particular belief, a particular habit, you have a particular identity, what happens is that you create a version of yourself that exists in the spiritual realm. And that version of yourself, it always wants one thing. It wants to keep existing, because there is a level of emotion that comes with you being in that particular frequency, being that particular version of yourself. So what happens is that it's very simple and tricky, because over time, because change is constant, so over time you would want to change your frequency, you would want to change habits, you want to change your lifestyle, you want to change your identity, and something happens. You create a shift. You say, okay, I'm tired of doing a particular thing, I want to change my identity. And when you decide that you want to change your identity, you begin to take actions and do new things. You begin to take new habits, You begin to have new beliefs. New identity, and new vibrations. So now, when you have all this, when you consider all this, this becomes your new frequency. Now, if I want you to understand this better, I'll give an example. Let's say you're someone that likes to smoke, all right, and you decide that you don't want to smoke again. What happens is that you decide that, okay, I'm gonna stop smoking. You take on the belief that smoking is bad. You put on a new identity. You're no longer a smoker, and your vibrations change. Now, this is what happens. Your old frequency stands in the corner and it looks at you, like it observes you for a while. You know, the Bible said something that when an unclean spirit leaves a man, it goes around wandering in dry places, and after some time it comes back. When it finds nowhere to go, it comes back to you. Now, if you have that story in mind, now let's look at this. What happens is that when you decide that you want to become a new version of yourself, you pick up new habits, new beliefs, new identity, new vibrations. What happens is that your old frequency would raise its ugly head again. It will raise its ugly head. You know, sometimes you might be very careful. You might say, okay, because why I'm even saying this is very soon is going to be the new year, and people will have new year resolution and stuff like that. And it's very crazy because you find yourself going back to those things that you said you would never, ever do. And don't blame yourself, because there is actually a battle between the old frequency and your new frequency. Now let me wipe this part so we understand something here. Whenever you have a new shift, something happens. Like I said, whenever you've been doing something over a period of time, you create an entity. So let's say this is the old frequency, the old version of you, and you want to move into becoming this new version. Okay, let's give it a crown to show it's a new version, and a new version in your desired reality. You don't want to be this is the old frequency or the old version of you. So what happens is that in order for you to switch to this version, to this new identity, something happens here. You need to change the things you believe in. You need to change your habits. So now let's look at it this way. Let's assume that you've changed your habits, you've changed the things you believe in. What happens is that this guy ceases to exist. As long as you keep doing those things that make you remain in this new frequency, this guy ceases to exist. But this guy would not want to go. He would not want to go because there is something that makes it exist. Remember, in my previous video, I told you that emotion is the language of what? God. So now, whenever there is an emotion attached to doing something, you create something in the spiritual realm. So let's say you are this kind of person that you derive fun in just waking up. You wake up late. When you wake up, you don't do any exercise. You just stay in bed. First thing you go, you check your phone. You go through your phone. You scroll to TikTok, through Instagram. You go to YouTube, and you just do all those things. And then you wake up. Okay, you go check what are you gonna eat and stuff like that. If you keep doing that thing over and over again, you're creating a version of yourself. But then when you decide that, okay, I don't want to do these things anymore. I want to wake up, let's say 5 a.m., wash my face, go to the gym, do some hard work, sweat, come back home and feel good about myself and stop eating junks, good habits and every other thing. You're creating a new identity. But this guy, remember, he's a part of you before. He was a version of you. He started creeping in slowly. What this guy would seek to do is to destroy this guy. Is to make sure that this guy stops existing. Because the strengths of these two are not equal. The strength of these two are not equal. One is stronger than the other. And what makes one stronger than the other is how long you've been able to maintain that frequency. How long you've been able to maintain that frequency. So let's say all your life, let's say like for 5 years of your life, you've been waking up late, not doing anything, but you now decide that you want to put up a new habit. Remember, this guy, you will start it, you'll see yourself, you're making progress. Day 1, day 2, day 3, you're doing the whole thing, you're doing it right. But what happens is that this guy is not happy because he wants to keep existing, because he feeds on your emotions, which is the energetic force behind creation. He feeds on your emotions. He wants to keep existing. So what he does is that it's very powerful because it begins to creep in slowly. Now, and where it's so creepy in the sense that I would like to say the universal intelligence, it works with the universal intelligence because what it does is that it creates scenarios, it creates events, it creates things that would make you go back to your old frequency. Let's take, for instance, let me give you an example. Let's say you're the type of guy that you don't want to have anything to do with women again. You understand? Let's say because when you were hanging around with women, you discovered that you became a gigolo, and you discovered that your finances, you couldn't save up. So then you say, okay, no more women, no more spending carelessly, no more keeping late nights. You started the first day, no more women. You decide that, okay, you want to pray, you want to do other things, you want to do some good things, pick up new habits, go to the gym and do other stuff. This guy is watching you. He's seeing how long you'll be able to hold on to this frequency. Because when you hold on to this frequency, it's like this frequency would then crystallize. It would then solidify. Then when it solidifies, this guy ceases to exist. But if you cannot hold on to this frequency, this guy is stronger than this guy because he has been existing for long. So what will happen is that when you decide that you want to do those things, those habits, that's the moment you discover that maybe you're leaving your house, you're going out of your house, and just on your way out, that lady that has been so difficult for you to get will tell you hi. Or let's say you're the type that you say you don't want to drink anymore. It is that period your friends will tell you, hey, what's up? We're going to the bar tonight. Aren't you going to come? Or you'd go to a party and they would bring your favorite drink to you. It's just so funny because it's this guy secretly that is trying to make sure this guy doesn't exist. So how strong are you? Like I said when I started the video, I said I went to the gym today. I couldn't do the things that I was doing, and I admitted to myself that I was the one that made mistake. I skipped 2 days. I didn't go to the gym. 2 days. Why? I woke up. In the morning, I'm like, not again. Am I sure I'm gonna do this? Let me just rest today. Oh my god. And I decided to rest. But what happened was that I was slowly pulling back to this old frequency. Do you get it? I was slowly pulling back to this old frequency. So it's a constant battle. It's a constant battle between your old frequency and your new frequency, which is your desired reality. Alright? Yeah, so let me wipe out this place. Now it's very, very interesting because you would ask me, so how are we gonna stop this old frequency from coming back? It is very, 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 very simple. Because the old frequency will always want to come back. That's why they say it's when you're in a relationship that guys hit you up or girls hit you up. Or when you're married that you discover that those ladies that didn't have time for you will come around. So this is not just talking about marriage, relationship, boys, girls. No. It's talking about different things. Different things. Let's say you are the type that you don't like to you when a man talks to you, you talk back at the man, right? Let's use your husband for instance, and you discover that anytime, because you don't listen to him and he doesn't listen to you, you guys always have an argument. So then you decided that, okay, this time around I'm gonna listen to my husband when he speaks, so we don't have any arguments. What would happen is that you would do it the first day, second time, then the old frequency would bring up something that you would wonder, like, why would your husband say something like this? And you wouldn't even know when you would react. That's because the old frequency wants to come back. It's very, very creepy. It's very, very creepy. And sometimes you'd find yourself that you're not you're the one that would actually go and do those same things you said you were not going to do. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. Alright, so your creepy old frequency is very, very creepy. Now, when you want to shift from your old frequency, from the old to the new, you have to do something. You know, the old frequency has some habits that it's used to do. You're going to stop doing those habits. Let's take for instance, there were habits you were doing, old habits. You have to switch to new habits. New habits. Now, what makes this really, really interesting is because if you cannot maintain your new frequency, you will always find yourself going back to your old frequency. And you know why this is really, really funny? Because most people tend to blame it on maybe people, or blame it on voodoo, or blame it on stuff. But sometimes, I won't lie to you, the person to blame is yourself. You are the one to blame. You are the one to blame, because you need to make your word your bond. It's not easy, but it requires discipline. It requires discipline, for real. It requires discipline, because the old frequency is very, 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 very creepy. Very, very creepy, because he wants to keep existing. Yeah, he wants to keep existing. You know, there's so much to say about this topic, but I just feel like you get the point already. You get the point already. It's just so creepy. The old frequency is just so creepy. So let's say you're an entrepreneur and you decided that you're going to change your business model. You're going to change some things. Maybe before you used to sell goods or credit to your customers, and you're like, this time around, I'm not going to sell goods on credit to anyone. You want to change the standards. You'll realize that something will just happen. Somebody will just come and try to make you want to fold, try to make you want to change your rules. But the stronger you can hold on to those rules that you made for yourself, for your new frequency, the stronger you're making the new frequency to stay. Alright? So just in case you're new to this channel, subscribe, click the notify bell icon so as to get notified when next I put up new videos. Okay? So till then, chosen ones, catch you some other time. That'll be all for now. Bye.